Lights, Camera, Live. I know it's been a minute. So, hey, welcome back to Lights, Camera, Live, where we shine a spotlight on the best and brightest marketers in the industry. Not only marketers, but I would definitely say content creators, because we have the queen of the live stream on the show today. And let me tell you, I'm beyond excited. She's one of my favorite human beings that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting in person, fangirling, and all the different things. She's absolutely amazing. I know that you're absolutely going to love her as well. So wherever you're tuning in from, let me know where you're watching from. I'm here actually still in beautiful sunny San Diego. And to be very honest with you, I'm cool with that. Like I'm surprised that it's December and we've still got some sunshine going on. So shout out to Gabe who is tuning in on LinkedIn. Oh, I love the LinkedIn fam. Let's bring you up on screen. Ooh, Gabe got you over there. Boom. All right, so we're live every first and third Thursday on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all the things. So we're going to be coming back hard. All right, friends, so here's something that I want to share with you. Beyond excited, okay? I'm here today to introduce to you, oh my God, I feel like I need to have like a drum roll. I'm here today with the amazing, the wonderful Luria Petrucci. And in today's episode, we're going to unveil how live streaming can help build your brand and your bottom line. And make sure you stay until the very end because we'll also reveal how you can get access to expand your reach live. I'm telling you, this is one of the best ways to kick off your live streaming journey in 2022. And so having said that, let's go ahead and give a big shout out to our live audience. Let me see who Demetrius! Cypress! Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. Oh, I'm so excited to see you. We've got Anna here too. Anna, oh friend, yay! All right, cool. So question for you friends. This is what I want to ask you. Okay, do you plan on live streaming more or less next year? Let me know in the comments because I know for sure I definitely want to be live streaming more in 2022. And not only that though, but it's probably going to be on more platforms than the ones that you're used to seeing me in. So that's going to be like a little surprise over there too. So we've got Pip Seymour. Pip, my goodness, I haven't seen you forever. So welcome, Pip. Ah, friends. Oh, Michelle is saying that I'm definitely going to be doing more as far as live streaming goes. So you're in the right place. You're in the right place because we're going to be talking about all the things live streaming and all that stuff. All right. So having said that, you guys, friends, we've got Luria Petrucci. She's a live video strategist. She's the creator of Expand Your Reach Live, which is this new event that I can't wait to tell you more about. Not only that though, but she's an incredible human being. Like this is one of those moments where the first time I met her, I was like, oh my God, do I say hi? Does she know me? Right? She's like, I know you. And I was like, oh my God. And she is one of the best people that I know on this planet. And she loves to help entrepreneurs like you create professional live video that's uniquely you. I'm telling you, over the last 14 years, Luria has created over 5,000 videos with over 1 billion views using video and live streaming shows. I'm pretty sure maybe you're even over 1 billion now. I'm looking at her in the green room. She's appeared on CNN, NBC, Fox, NBC, MSNBC. I mean, all the acronyms pretty much. She's worked on live video for top brands like AT&T, Samsung, GoDaddy. Not only that though, I mean, you've seen her at Leap into live streaming. You've seen her at social media marketing world. And ladies and gentlemen, we have her here today. So please give it up for Luria. Luria! Ooh. How are you, friend?
I'm thrilled to be back here with you. I love hanging out with you. I don't get enough of you.
Oh my God. And I love the yellow. Can you please tell them why you decided to wear yellow today?
Okay. So I was shooting some Facebook ads today. So you might see this across Facebook. But my team has told me that the yellow shirt converts higher. So they told me to wear yellow again.
Yellow converts, friends. That's your
At least
first
for me.
tip. That's your first tip. If you plan on doing any Facebook ads or any type of video ads, wear yellow. We're going to see like a whole thing now.
We're going to see a whole, like everybody wearing yellow now.
I feel like if I ever come across an ad on Instagram or even on Facebook, I'm like, yellow, Luria, I'm going to tag you. I'm going to tag you, girl. And
Okay,
like,
definitely do.
yeah, see, even Melody here, she's saying, guess
There
I'll
you
be
go.
buying more yellow.
I'm more yellow.
Alicio, I need new graphics, friend. I need some yellow in the
Right.
news feed and all the things. That's awesome.
I think it's hilarious.
Then bring it. So how are you doing? Because I feel
Oh,
like you're a couple weeks out from your upcoming event. We've just had the
yes.
holidays. How you feeling?
Yeah. I thought I was going to take 2 weeks off for vacation at the end of the year. What the heck was I thinking? Absolutely not. Um, Putting so much work into the event. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, no, I had a great holiday. I don't know about you, but for holiday traditions, my favorite is to go on a hike. And I discovered a new hike this time, and it was just this amazing, gorgeous waterfall. I had a very good holiday.
I love that. I love hiking. Hiking is one of those things where I was kind of like, hey, if we could tackle this hike, we can tackle anything.
I know,
So
I get so motivated. Honestly, I get so motivated for my business when I'm hiking, especially when I'm like doing these really tough hikes, which this one was. It was like straight up and incline and 2,100 feet up. I'm like, like, I can't go any further. Yes, you can. I
yes,
have
you
Amy
can.
Porterfield's voice in my head saying, you can do hard things,
You can
right?
do all the hard things. Yes, you can. But it's fun. It's fun when you have a friend with you to like kind of like push you. Be like, girl,
Totally,
you could do
totally,
this.
yeah.
You could do this. You could do this. Love it. All right, cool. So we've got yellow converters. Everyone's saying that they're going to be wearing.
I
You
know.
need a new merch. You need new merch. That's just
Oh,
yellow.
I gotta tell the team,
You
Paul,
need yellow
we've got yellow going
hats,
on.
yellow headbands, yellow wrists. I don't know.
Too
I feel
bad we
like,
just rebranded and it's like pink and purplish.
well, you know what? You never
Maybe
know.
another rebrand is in order.
All right, friends. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about how entrepreneurs can generate more revenue with live streaming. And not only that, though, we've got the queen of the stream, Luria Petrucci, over here. And Luria, okay, when I was preparing for the show, I saw that the latest research shows that by the end of this year, right, the live streaming market is expected to hit 11 billion. That's insane. That's billion with a capital B. So, what do you think that is? What is it about live streaming that makes it so enticing?
It's the best way to connect on a human level. And while we've always known this to be true, the pandemic in the last couple of years has definitely highlighted that about live. It's what, I mean, blew up. I've been doing this since 2007, video since 2005, and I've seen all of the ups and downs of live streaming. And the last 2 years, people are finally taking it seriously because people decided or discovered they needed human connection. And when we didn't have it, we realized how important it was. And online, it's the best thing that you can get to face because we can have a conversation, we can connect and we can talk. And I can see you guys in the chat room and I can say hi to Anna and Gabe and Demetrius and Tim and everybody, right? And so we can really connect on that deeper level. And since today is about making money, that connection and money go hand in hand. Now, let's back up here. You don't want to connect because you want to make more money. Like the intention is not necessarily the same. But when you do connect on that human level and when you do create an engaged community and viewership, then you are able to make more money. And that has become tremendously apparent over the last couple of years, especially this year.
Dang, friends,
How you like that?
you know. Oh, I like you. I like you. I like
I want to start a TikTok channel because I want to dance, but then I'm like, no, nobody's like, I can't do that.
you. Yes, you can. And you could do this on the mountaintop doing your thing and all
True.
this stuff. Yes, we've got Tim Stone here saying, oh, it's too. He's just typing so fast. Love it. All right. And Anna is freaking out because she said your name. I know, Anna, that's exactly
See?
how I felt the first time that I met Luria. I was like, oh my God.
But that's the thing is like that creates that loyalty and that friendship, right?
Yeah.
I view my viewers as friends. We are a family together. So
Yeah, and you've been live streaming for such a like a long time, and I had this one moment in my Facebook group where one of my viewers was like, "Hey, Stephanie, I upgraded my set," and I was like, "Dude, I've known you for like what 5 years now," and I was like, you see their journey, You see how they've built their business, you see how they've leveraged live video and all the different things. And so, my question to you, Luria, is in your experience with all the amazing entrepreneurs and small business owners that you've worked with, how can live streaming help entrepreneurs really just like 10x their income?
Yeah. It can help in so many different ways. Before I get into the various ways, I want to point out Anne, one of my students, was convinced she needed to live stream and then waited a year. So if you haven't started live streaming, I want you to listen up. And if you already have started, I still want you to listen up because you can take this to the next level. Anne decided, okay, I know, Larry's convinced me I need to live stream. And she has a business, she has a local business. She waited a year and then she started live streaming. And that year her business grew 30%. And she was like, gosh darn it, I should have started a year ago. Where would I be today? If, right? Like 30%, oh, come on. Like I missed out, right?
Yeah, it's that feeling. And
Yes.
I think it's something else that I would add too is when you're live stream more often than not, yes, you could prepare with like your run of show and you could have your scripts and all that, but every now and then your real personality comes out. And I don't know about you, Luria, but I feel like when you meet someone that you've always watched online, you're like, you're exactly like you are on
Yes.
camera, and then it just feels like they know you.
Exactly. Exactly. And I should point out that she only used her phone at first, right? The first year, like Anna is saying, we have so many tools to make it look good, but she did crafts and she didn't have a face to camera. She only had one camera, which was her phone.
Yeah.
And so she would go back and forth between the face on camera and the crafts. And it wasn't the most techy, it wasn't the most professional looking, but she increased her business by 30% that year just by doing it, right? And then she continued to increase her professionalism and the quality of the camera and all of that. So it can be done. So let's talk about the various ways that can be done. I mean, there's
Yes,
so many
please.
different ways that you can make money at this, right? So first and foremost, your own products and services. Like if you have a course or if you have a physical product or if you sell services, consulting, right? Or knowledge-based anything, that can all be sold through live video. And also, by the way, I should point out that I can turn a first-time viewer into a customer while live like that. And no longer is that old adage of like you need 7 touch points to turn a customer around into or turn somebody a lead into a customer. That doesn't exist anymore because live video is so engaging if you treat it as such, right? Like we can turn that around like that and they're thrilled to be a customer having just met you. So I want to put that in your head because that's what we do, right? We have courses and knowledge-based services, right? And so it's very easy to produce video and live streams and create that knowledge and that expertise and brand and then sell that stuff on the back end because it's a natural fit for the audience that you're building.
I I love that you brought that up because just recently I do you know David Nguyen from Utechpedia? He does the Amazon Live stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we've met in
Oh my gosh,
person
you're gonna
maybe,
have to
but
meet him.
yeah.
But so one of the cool things that he was doing is that he teaches entrepreneurs how to leverage Amazon Live as like a side hustle and whatnot. And so
Mhm.
we hopped on a Zoom and we had like a good strategy session. He's like, okay, now I'm gonna put this in my course. And I was like, that's exactly what you were talking about. Taking that knowledge that you have, repackaging it in a certain way, because when you have even just like these coaching calls, someone else might have the same question as you because they're in the same industry
Yeah.
or the knowledge and the strategy that you're sharing, right? Gabe, Tim, Anna, it might align with that other vertical just quite nicely. So
Yeah.
the fact that you can do that with live streaming is so, so helpful.
Yeah. And let's talk about Amazon Live. That is another way to make money, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's insane.
And so live shopping, not just Amazon Live, but live shopping is blowing up, and 2022 is going to be the year of live shopping. I guarantee
Oh my
it.
gosh,
Um,
yes.
so many different platforms opening up. Amazon Live, of course, leading them in terms of knowledge. But basically, think QVC online.
Yeah.
Like, and you as the host, not some person who's gone through multiple casting calls, right?
That's the thing. That's the thing that I'm really excited about. And so even whether or not you want to do that with Amazon Live or the
Yeah.
products and the services that you've been building in your own business, hello entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
hopping on camera and really highlighting and showcasing what it is that you do, or even Luria, I think the first time that I actually sold one of my courses, I went live in somebody else's group. I was like, just bring me as a guest
Yeah.
on your live stream
Yeah.
in your group. And then her group I think probably had like 10,000 people, and it was
Mm,
just new audience, new vertical, just teaching them
absolutely.
about certain things. And so for those of you that are like, hey, well, maybe I'm not yet a live streamer, but I know the power of live streaming because Luria has some amazing tips for me, right? You could still like how to be uniquely you on camera,
Yeah.
right? Have you seen any success with that with your students? They're just like, hey, I don't have the gear yet, but I'm going to go out there and like pitch myself.
Absolutely. Yeah. Showing up on other people's platforms, podcasts, live videos, right? Getting your name out there in a variety of different ways, even if you don't have your own audience, can be a big asset in terms of revenue growth. And I also want to tap kind of go back into the live shopping a little bit because
Yeah.
I think it's really important that we realize that YouTube and Facebook are also working on live shopping capabilities that are integrated into the platforms. And so as that comes out, your products, your services, your merchandise, your whatever you have, if you've written a book, right? All of that in the future can be integrated into these platforms. So if you're now is the time to build your audience on live, that way as YouTube and Facebook and different platforms add this functionality as you're going out to other places and you're building your own audience, right? And you're building your audience within your community and you're doing all of these different things, you're going to be able to sell easier because you're not having to send people off to a completely different site. It's powerful, super powerful.
That's the integrated shopping, and
Yeah.
it's exciting. But oh my god, I got goosebumps. I'm always like, you and me, we're both wearing like sleeves, so you can't really see it. Actually, I don't know. JH5, can you see that? Um, yeah, the integrated shopping. So I had LiveScale on the show recently. I don't know if
Mm,
you've heard of them before,
yeah.
but same thing. I feel like when you go live on Amazon, right? You don't know, you as a seller, if any of the products sold because you're promoting other people's products.
Yeah.
But with LiveScale, it could connect to your Shopify store. So even if you hired a host, right,
Yeah.
they could see on their dashboard how many sales are actually happening. And you're like, oh, let me drop that buzzword again. And so it gets really exciting just to kind of see all the evolution that's going on out
Yeah.
there. It's brilliant. Oh, you know what?
There's so much happening. Go
We've
ahead.
got a really good question. And I feel like
Oh,
you're the perfect person to answer this.
uh-oh. No
This is
pressure.
no, you're come on, you're awesome. I'll read it for you because it's a bit of an essay. It's from B2B Fusion. He's saying, how do you each have your camera set up that you look like you're looking at us without getting distracted? You have a screen to see the other person. What's your secret?
I just look at the lens. So you'll notice that sometimes I do look down if I'm looking at chat. I actually am in January after my event, I'm actually redoing my entire studio. And I'm moving my camera back away from where it is right now because it's literally 2 feet in front of me. So I'm going to be moving it back a little bit. I'm going to be adding a teleprompter, and that is killer in terms of setup so that you can have the person that you're talking to on the teleprompter. Now, I'm not talking about reading a script live. I'm talking about just displaying the interviews, the person that you're talking to on that teleprompter so that you can see them and you're looking at the lens. But right now I don't have that. And I'm just I'm just trained. I trained myself to look at the lens and look at Stephanie through my peripheral.
Yeah, peripheral is one of those things where
Yeah,
I feel like most people forgot. Remember when we were learning how to drive our car and like
totally.
the driver instructor's like, make sure you're looking in your peripheral of other oncoming cars, and then all of a sudden, phones came out and we're like this. So we're like, what? What's going on? Yeah, peripheral is very, very helpful. And so
Yeah,
I bet Luria, I don't know if you have a secret camera, but I bet you probably have like multiple monitors,
I
right? So you
do.
can see like if something's moving or if the chat is flowing and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
B2B Fusion, I hope that answers your question. Just like Luria says, I actually have the teleprompter. So
Yeah.
I see Luria. So if I were to paint to you, she's right there on my monitor. And then your comments are like over here. And so I see all the things. So it's cool. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works out. It works out. Good, 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 good. All right. So Denise is chiming in. She's saying, I love that we engage you more. When you engage more, that brings in the money, not the other way around. And I
Yes.
completely agree.
Yeah, I think that, so many businesses go into live streaming with the intention of selling, which, let's face it, we're a business, got to make money, right? Got to grow. But when you approach it from a mindset of community and engagement and just talking to people, that's where you're going to see the success in terms of sales. And so I think that is actually very different than old corporate mentality, right? And so I think that that's one of my favorite things about the online world and the world that we now live in, which is you can come at it from a heart-centered approach and you can still be massively successful, and you don't have to be corporate or yucky about it.
No, be yourself. Be yourself. So, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about how entrepreneurs cleaned up pretty much with live streaming in 2021. And Luria was talking about the courses that you're doing, live coaching, showing off your expertise, even hopping on to other people's shows, podcasts, live streams, other people's Facebook groups. That's an opportunity for you to, grow and expand your business. And there are other things too that most people haven't really thought about.
Yeah.
And so one of them is, I know as content creators, right? You, me, Luria, we're just like, ooh, affiliate program. I could sign up for that. And it makes sense for us as content creators. But what about entrepreneurs? Do you
Yeah.
think that the affiliate marketing space is too crowded now, or is there still room for entrepreneurs to like hop in?
Absolutely. I think that entrepreneurs get hung up on themselves being a business and having their own products to sell, that they totally ignore some low-hanging fruit that can actually help get you started, that can help support you in the beginning or help increase. There was a time, actually during the pandemic where our affiliate revenue was in the $10,000 a month range, right? Because and that's not just a small chunk of change. And so affiliate marketing is something that, as long as you approach it with the right intention and the right brain space, you can absolutely kill, and it's a really big benefit to you, your audience, and the company that is making the product. So the way you approach this correctly is that it's something that makes sense. I'm not going to be an affiliate for Coke because I don't drink Coke. Right. I'm not going to have a sponsorship of Coke because I don't drink Coke. But then when it comes to affiliate marketing, this is one of my favorite pieces of gear in my studio, and I talk about it all the time, right? And
Yes.
so I'm constantly talking about this thing. Well, when I link to it in my videos and it's an Amazon affiliate link, then guess what? I'm making money and you're happy because you're getting a piece of gear in your studio that makes you happy, that makes it the production easier. Or Epidemic Sound is one of my affiliates, and we do really well with them because I dance during my streams. If you haven't watched my countdown timers, we just have a lot of fun. I like to have fun at my channel,
She sure
right?
does. She does.
And that's music. And so I love the music. I love to bring that in. And you can't play any old music. Well, Epidemic Sound has the best music that I've found that isn't going to get you a copyright strike or claim. And so, that I can talk about organically, and it's really good for my audience because they're streamers and they need to have copyright free music, right? So
Brilliant.
it's all about the tie-in. And if you do that well and you really produce or you really promote only products that matter to your audience, that they're going to find massive benefit and joy in, then, I mean, gosh, you can, I don't know what that was. You can really do well with affiliate marketing, and it should not be something you ignore just because you're an entrepreneur.
Got it. And you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have a YouTube channel, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, as entrepreneurs, when we're building out our business, what is like the one thing that most people say that we have to create? Email.
As entrepreneurs, like a website or a YouTube channel
Yeah.
or like some kind of video,
Video,
channel.
yeah. I would even say like your email list,
Yeah, email list, yeah.
And it was actually one of those things that I was working on today, Luria, where I was like, I need to update my onboarding series because what I used, like back in 2020 is completely different from what I'm doing now. Like when I first started live streaming, I was like, ooh, Otter.ai. Remember how everyone was like going gaga over Otter.ai?
Yeah.
This thing is amazing. And now we're like, hold up. Have you seen Descript? You know? And like, those are definitely a lot of different things that as entrepreneurs, we can definitely go ahead and highlight. But before we dive into the other amazing questions that I have for Luria, I want you to tell our good friends about your upcoming event. Because if you guys love what Luria has to say right now, let me tell you what's going on here. Okay? So you've got this amazing event. Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
So it's called Expand Your Reach. It's all about helping you grow your audience and grow your revenue in 2022 with video content, whether we're talking live streaming, recorded video, YouTube, or TikToks, short form content, YouTube Shorts, TikToks, Instagram Shorts, or Reels, or whatever we're calling them these days. So you have an amazing speaker list at your disposal who are all going to be sharing their tips, including Stephanie, to make sure that you have all of the tools that you need to be able to see success with video content in 2022. And here's the thing is, like, for me, I am not a big believer in just learning. I love to read. I love to take courses. I love to learn. But without action, it's not really going to do you much good. And that's my frustration with a lot of the events that you see virtually, is that it's kind of a fire hose of information. And I'm left like, okay, what do I do with all of this stuff? So my intention and my promise to you is that I'll help you weed through the information and create an action plan that's personalized to you, because I don't want you doing all of the things, right? You're going to learn a lot of different possibilities, but what does it matter to you? And so we'll help you kind of guide through that process of deciding, these are the things that I want to focus on in 2022 with my video content. I want to do TikTok, or I don't want to do TikTok, right? Based on the information that you're hearing. And so then you'll have your action plan. You'll be able to take that and run with it in 2022 so that you have focus and so that you have results with your video. I am so thrilled to have you as part of it and involved, and all of these other amazing speakers. And I should point out that as you look at the link, and you should use Stephanie's link, by the way, as you look at the speaker list, you may not actually know all of them, because I've really been intentional about gathering from various places and various expertise. So we have a lot of like top YouTubers,
Yeah.
some of which we have not even announced yet, and also top entrepreneurs, right? And so coming from multiple different angles, sponsorships is a big one that I think is a big point of conversation. Dave Wiskus there. You don't know his name necessarily, but you know the people that he represents and does sponsorships for, like MKBHD, EPOS Fox, Legal Eagle, right? And so a ton of top YouTubers. The data that he has behind sponsorships and how to do them right is killer. And so I can't wait for him to share that, so that you have all of this new knowledge of what's working in 2022.
Love it. Yes. Oh, and look, we have Owen video. We all love
Yes.
Owen video.
Hit you with
Love
that
Owen.
do-do-do-do.
Hit you with that Owen. No. I'll have to send that to him. All right. So, Luria, here is actually a really good question.
Yes.
This comes from, where did it go? I thought I just saved it. It was a good one. Okay. So, Michael Felton, or Flotron, sorry, is saying, you produce so much content on YouTube and so on. What's the value out of this event? Love your content. Just wondering what to expect. Because let's be honest, you're always putting amazing content out there. So what's the difference that makes a difference for this summit?
Yeah, so my content that I'm always putting out there, right, is a lot about gear, right? This event is not actually about gear. This event is about strategy, and it's gathering the top minds across the space on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and Facebook, and like entrepreneurs, but also top creators, top podcasters. And I wanted to gather all of this different information. Here's a perfect example of what's different, because I train you strategically on my channels the way that I know works, and it works well for my students. Amy Porterfield does not follow my advice. Amy Porterfield does her own thing. And guess what? She kills it. Right. And so, we're going to be talking to her about what she's doing and how she doesn't follow my advice. Thank you, Amy. And, and what tweaks that she's put on it to fit her style. And that is the thing. I will always, always, always encourage you to learn and then add your own magic on top of it.
Love
what
it.
fits you and your unique personality and your needs best, right? So we're gonna explore all of these different things and hear from different perspectives of what's working and what's not. And then, of course, throughout this process, throughout creating your action plan, which I don't do with you on YouTube, is I will always kind of help frame that into what do you need to be doing, and how is your magic going to add results to this that's not just going to be same old, same old.
I love that. Yeah, because I feel like sometimes strategies that work for some people don't work for others because our audiences are different. But I still think it's very interesting to learn what works and what doesn't work. Like,
absolutely. You got to learn what's out there. You got to learn what is working, and then you can make your adjustments from there.
yeah.
And agreed, Molly Mahoney is
I know, I was
such
just
an
about to
amazing
say that. I
superhuman.
was like, look at how many Molly Mahoney fans that we have
I know,
here.
look
Molly
at that.
Mahoney is such an amazing superhuman. She
Oh,
is.
the thing that she's going to be talking about is
Yeah.
doing it imperfectly. She is, I don't know about you, but like, out of everybody I know, everybody's a perfectionist, and Molly is not. And she kills it not being a perfectionist, right? And she
rolls with
puts
it.
things out there, and it's not perfect. It's not done. It's not pretty necessarily. It's just done, and it's out there.
Oh, look, and she's
makes money.
here.
Hey!
How you like that?
Molly, you must have known that we were talking about you. Yeah, no, she's brilliant. She's one of those friends where I was like, she doesn't have like she doesn't use the fancy production gear and all that other stuff, because she's more about her personality, and she's about connection just as much as you are. And yeah, there's different styles. And I love that you have the variety of personalities. Not everyone is an extrovert in your lineup.
Right.
There are some very known introverts like Roberto Blake, right? He's very introverted, but he's still crushing it. And you could find out what works for him. And whichever speaker you resonate with, you're bound to learn something from this that will just blow your mind.
Oh, totally. Like, so many mic drop moments I'm expecting. And you, repurposing, right?
Yeah,
We're talking about
repurposing, which is hilarious.
I cannot wait to learn
because
from you.
yeah, because I love to repurpose my content. Like, I'm just like boom, boom, boom. But Owen Video, our good friend, he's just like, I hate repurposing content. I'm like, dude, it works for me. Because everyone will always be like, hey, Steph, how are you everywhere? I was like, no, dude, I'm not everywhere, but you think I'm everywhere. And that's what matters. Cool.
And also, one thing about this event, and I haven't really talked too much in detail about this. Okay, so we're gutting this entire place, and I should have set my behind the scenes camera. I have a stack of tech gear over here that we're going to be building out into this huge CNN style production. I'm going to have like multiple monitors in front of me that I can see you. You guys are going to be big and bold so that I can really connect with you as we're talking, right? As you're doing questions and we're having breakout sessions and things like that. And you're going to be able to give feedback to the speakers where it's unlike things that you've seen before virtually. Like my whole goal with this is to not have you sitting on Zoom for 8 hours a day for 3 days straight. But yes, you're going to be on Zoom, but you're going to feel so much more involved and engaged and like it's a live event in person, as close as we can get to it virtually, right?
You're
So
doing this
I'm
for
super
Expand Your
excited.
Reach?
Mhm.
Girl, isn't this like in like 2-3 weeks?
Yep.
You're gonna gut the whole studio and rebuild this
Cutting the
thing?
whole place and rebuilding it.
Wow. Okay, well, you better have your time lapse video and all the different things because I want to see how
Totally.
you do that and still show up and crush it. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, me too.
you're gonna do it regardless, no matter what.
No
That's who
sleep.
you are. You know, you're gonna climb another mountain and be like, I did this. If I could climb this mountain, I could rebuild this studio in 2 weeks.
Totally.
Shout out to Molly who's saying, "Oh my God, he hates it." Yeah, when we were talking about like how Owen
Yeah,
hates
Owen,
repurposing
yeah.
content. So some people don't
I didn't
like
know that.
doing it, but there's what I find as a live streamer, it works out for me because I could always go back over to Luria and be like, "Hey, guess what? I just made you a couple of video clips that you can use on your social media." I think that's one of the ways that people don't think about it is that it's digital
Yeah.
confetti to give to your guests. And not only that though, but also to your brand partners, your affiliates and all the other things. Because now they're like, oh, I've got this amazing piece of content that I could share on social media. But you'll learn more about that at Expand Your Reach. So, you know, lightscamera.live/EYR, right?
Yes.
Yes. That's right.
She is woman hear her word between live streams. You're funny, Anna.
Legit. Good, 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 good. All right. So if you're just tuning in, we've talked about how entrepreneurs can leverage live streaming to generate revenue. We've talked about there is no excuses for you not to leverage like your Zoom coaching calls and repurposing that, packaging it
Yes.
into a course or all the different things. The fact that you don't have to be like a YouTube content creator with massive followers to work with affiliates or even brand
No.
partners. We didn't even talk
Yeah.
about brand partners.
Yeah.
We talked about affiliate programs, but do you think even an entrepreneur who's just like, hey, you know what? I use Descript. Is it okay for me to reach out to Descript and like pitch him? Like, what are your
Of
thoughts on that?
course. Absolutely. Here's the thing is, as an entrepreneur, diversification is the name of the game. Not that you can start with a fully diversified business, but you do not rely on one thread of business. If you're relying solely on your courses, that's going to ebb and flow, right? If you're only relying on affiliate marketing, that's definitely going to ebb and flow. And sometimes you're just not going to have anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you're only relying on, some other form of money, consults, it's going to ebb and flow. The nature of entrepreneurship is ebb and flow. But the more you diversify your income with these different threads, then you're going to have a much more stable business. You can feel comfortable hiring team members because you know that you're going to have, even if something dips, something else is going to cover that, right? So you have the knowledge and the security going forward to grow your business, not just hope that you're going to be able to pay the bills next month. So sponsorship is another way, or brand deals is another way to do that. And again, just like we were talking about with affiliate marketing, you've got to approach it from the right perspective. I was just having this conversation with a couple of creator friends of mine, and they turned down this multi-million dollar brand deal because it just wasn't out of the right place, right?
Out of alignment,
Um,
right?
it was out of alignment. That's a perfect
Mm-hmm.
way to say it. It was out of alignment for their audience and for their brand. And you have to approach it with that mentality. Otherwise, you lose trust with your viewers, and your viewers are your customers, and your customers are the lifeline of your business. So you can't put them under. You have to always have their back first. So any sponsorships that you do go for, make sure that it's in the best interest of your audience.
Yes. Oh my God, that was a mic drop. I need to have wait, here you go.
You with that do.
Telling you, Luria is
Your,
always
your
crushing it.
fights need to be longer. I don't get to dance.
I know. Well, it's one of those things I
just
want to get
get
kicked
going.
off. All right. Well, okay. So here's, you guys, those are a majority of the questions that I had for Luria. So if you have any questions, by all means, go ahead and drop them in the comments, because as we all know, she's going to be rebuilding her studio and climbing mountains and all the things. Like, oh my God, what can you not do?
I
Right?
think she just said we're building a mountain in my studio.
With boxes that you're going to climb. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Here's a good one from Denise. She's saying, I feel like there's so many entrepreneurs, almost gives one imposter syndrome. Like, do you have any clients or maybe even students that have said well, I would like to do live streaming, but I'm not a live streamer?
Yeah.
How do you get them over that?
You do it. You can't be a live streamer if you're not doing it. That's for sure, right? And so I think there's it's an interesting concept, because there's a big anti movement against the word imposter syndrome, or that phrase. And when you step back and think about it, really all it is comparison. You're just comparing yourself to other people. And when you can really get behind stopping that, then you're free. Your mindset is free. Your actions are free, because you're not trying to be Stephanie. You're not trying to be Molly. You're not trying to be Owen. You're not trying to be anybody else. You just need to take the action that you need to take in order to do the thing and reach the goal that you're looking to accomplish. And when you do that, then you have all of the success in the world. But when you compare yourself to others, aka imposter syndrome, then you're holding yourself back. And that's the worst thing that you can do for yourself, for your business. You say entrepreneur, there's so many entrepreneurs out there. There's nobody like you. I know that that's like a trite kind of phrase, but there really isn't. And if you're not sharing that knowledge or that passion with the world, then we don't get your magic. And the right people for you are not going to actually be able to do the thing that they need to do, because you didn't put yourself out there, and you didn't get over that comfort level or that uncomfort zone in order to help that one person. So if that one person doesn't get to do the thing that they're meant to do, then somebody else isn't going to be able to, because they never heard that other person say. It's all this snowball effect. And Stephanie could sit here and say, oh, well, Luria is the queen of live streaming. I'm just going to go away, right? What if Stephanie never showed up on camera because she thought, I already had it taken?
Yeah. It's one of those things.
Stephanie.
Well, Molly Mahoney and I have this joke, right? Where it's like, I have Filipino spaghetti, which has its own sweet flavor to it, because we actually put banana ketchup. I told you this story before.
Yeah.
And then there's there's the Italian spaghetti, which to you, you're probably like, you put what in your spaghetti, Stephanie Lou? But, it's just different personalities, and whatever floats your boat. It's people are going to gravitate whoever they want to work with. And that's why I love how diverse your speaker lineup is as well. Michael is saying, impressive, so much work. Yes, I know, because Luria is absolutely going to crush it. Here's a good question that we have, Luria, from one of our viewers. It's, what is a content recipe that works for both of you? Do you find, depending on the content, that is valued to be dynamic? Take dynamic for whatever it is you want to, and just riff off that.
Just throw that comment up again. I'm still
sorry,
that
my
last
bad.
sentence.
What is a content recipe that works for both of you? I would probably think of that as maybe your run of show, or your content strategy, or pillars.
Okay. So for me, I find massive value in being intentional with a whole strategy. And that's not just live streaming, but that's also recorded video, right? And so I want to be very intentional when I'm putting a piece of content out there. So here's what we do, and that has been really, really working well for us this year. And in fact, doing this strategy has actually helped us increase our AVP on YouTube, which is audience view percentage, of how long they watch that video, by up to 3,100%.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. And so what we do is we have a recorded video, 1 to 2 recorded videos a week on our YouTube channel. And that's succinct. It is entertainment education. And so it's very educational, but we'll throw in little I'm blanking on the word. Like
It'll come back.
pattern interrupt. Sorry,
There
it
you
was
go.
right
I
there.
know, that was all like, boom, Stephanie just hopped on screen. That was your...
Yeah, that was a pattern interrupt.
It's like, it's going to come back, Luria. It's going to come back. You're good. You're good. You're good.
There in my head somewhere.
Just look at the yellow. Just look at the yellow.
box. One of the boxes. So, pattern interrupts are really something that we do a lot in our recorded videos, and that helps with audience attention rate. And that is really meant for our finding a new audience. That's really, helping. People are searching for that content and they're finding us, they're subscribing. And then our live shows, we do an education live show and then a community-based live show. And that community-based live show isn't intended to grow my channel at all. It's literally just built for the existing community, to hang out with them. We do a lot of super chats and fun stuff and goofing off and answering questions and things like that. But it's not really going to find a brand new audience because it's an hour long and it's a bunch of me being goofy.
Randomness, pinatas, I'm pretty sure, and glitter and sparkles.
Oh no glitter! Please, no glitter. Don't send me a
Molly.
box with glitter. And then our education stream is actually built for the replay. So I don't just do a 40-minute or hour-long live stream that is full of knowledge. I actually condense that into a core content piece of that live stream, where I am engaging with the audience and I'm answering questions, but somewhere in there is a core piece of content that is pre-planned in advance that I know is going to actually benefit me on the replay. We trim out everything else, leave that core content 5 minutes to 12 minutes long. And that works incredibly well for gaining a new audience, new subscribers coming into the channel after the live is over. So it benefits both live and after.
Dang, you guys. I don't know if you heard that, but that was pretty freaking epic. My God, you are the queen. I absolutely love it. So we're going to round.
Intention.
I'm going to round up a couple of the questions here because I know that your time is. I know what you're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks. So here's a good one from Gabe. Gabe is asking, what is the biggest prediction or game changer you both see coming for live streaming in 2022? What are your
What
thoughts?
about you, Stephanie?
Dude, I think live shopping is definitely going to be a thing.
What I was asking.
Yeah. I have workshops coming up teaching brands on how to do Instagram live shopping because Instagram's their jam. I have other clients that are asking about TikTok. And so expanding this is for you live streaming producers, expanding your platforms from Facebook and YouTube and getting to know all these other ones like LiveScale, right? And just expand your portfolio. What do you think? You think the same thing?
I totally agree. Live shopping, and if YouTube and Facebook and all of these other platforms as well get their act together with the integrated features, and that may not happen until 2023, to be honest, but I think that is really where we're going to see the most growth in 2022.
Love it. Okay. Anna is saying there's still room for all of us now because we're still pioneers in this. I still feel like it. I know people have been live streaming for a very long time, but I still feel like people come in with like different graphics, different runs of shows, and they're
Yeah,
always switching up the game. And it's always
absolutely.
exciting just to see what they're doing. P.S. By the way, Luria, I think you would love this comment. This is from Seema. She's saying, "Thank you for saying that because I feel some kind of way being on video at 51." This is when we were talking about like the imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I, your age doesn't matter. Like it's serious. It truly doesn't. And when you do show up and you put yourself out there and then you brace your age, your knowledge, all of it, you're going to have a much bigger impact. And I'll tell you this, being 51, I can tell just being 40, I think very differently at 40 than I did at 39, right? Like I am much more confident in who I am. And at 51, I imagine you're even more confident in who you are. So you need to take that and bring that to your live streams, and you're just going to rock it.
Love it. And then shout out to Michael who's saying, I don't explicitly do content creation, but I've made a decent amount with affiliate programs through
Oh,
consulting. Yeah, because when
oh,
people hop
interesting.
on
Yeah,
a call with you, they're
yeah.
going to say, hey, what is the camera setup that you recommend? And you
Mhm.
could do your kick.co's or your Amazon ideas list and run through
Absolutely.
that. Good, 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 good. All right, so let me see what other Michael is saying. It feels like live stream shopping was born last year. It's definitely
Yep.
still in its infancy. What I will say is in the US, it's
Right.
still trying to,
China,
yeah.
I mean,
China is on a whole nother thing. Girl,
whole
I
other
just signed
level.
up for WeChat and like when you talk about like brand partners, they're all on WeChat.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like they're like we don't mess with Facebook Messenger. This is this, and
Right.
it's a whole new ball game. Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Awesome. Michelle saying having a YouTube channel makes me the cool math teacher with her
There you
students.
go.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Now just
Oh, that's
imagine, Michelle,
great.
if you had a TikTok. Maybe, possibly. Good, good, good. All right, Luria. So let's go ahead and hit them one more time. Let's tell them about your event that's coming up. This is going to be January 12th through the 14th. What else should they
Yeah.
know?
Only a couple weeks left. The ticket does go up to the January price at the end of December 31st, at the end of this Friday. So now is the time to get your 20% discount on that. It is all about helping you grow your audience and grow your revenue in 2022 with video content. You're going to hear from the top YouTubers and the top entrepreneurs across the board of different expertise on how you can do this. And really, we're going to help focus you on your action plan so that you know what you should be focusing on going into 2022. Not all of the things, but really let's narrow that down so that you have bigger results with less work.
Love it. Love it. All right, cool. Luria, you've been absolutely amazing. Shout out to the SEMA method. She's saying, yes, I've been teaching over 21 years. Really do what she does to help people get their joy back during the pandemic.
Woo-hoo.
My
Yes,
goodness.
love
Yes.
it.
All right, girl. You are the best.
You want to come on camera with me?
I
Okay.
know. I was like, you are the best. I can't wait for your event. And the fact that you're doing this, because like I said, you've supported Leap into live streaming. I've seen you at other events, but this is like you are putting your own signature event. You're rebuilding your studio and all those things. So to everyone that's watching, let's give her some good vibes because you know she's gonna bring it. And the speakers, all of us were excited to see you there because it's a brand new year, brand new strategies.
Brand
And
new strategy. Yeah.
we're going to share with you what we've been building in our business, what's been working. And so if you've ever felt stuck, let's get you unstuck.
Yeah, unstuck is a good place to be, especially at the beginning of the year,
That's true.
right?
That's
Feeling
true.
feeling the excitement and having not just feeling the excitement, but having the tools at your disposal to actually get it done, right?
Brilliant. Yeah, I always tell people there are resources and relationships, so start building them now. And so if you can have an inroad with Luria, you might as well. Wear yellow. That's the way you do it. Maybe, you
Right.
know what? Maybe at Social Media Marketing World, we'll all just dress up as minions and go like, Luria! I'll tell Chad.
That'd be funny. No, that's gonna be the whole expand your reach. I'm gonna come on day one and be like, wear yellow. Mic
Wear
drop,
yellow.
done.
Done.
That's it. That's what you need to
Boom.
know. That's your video content
Secret
strategy.
society
Yellow.
unlocked. Wearing yellow. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. Anna, Seema,
You guys
Katie,
rock. So many
Carlos.
great comments.
You guys, you are the best. Luria, thank you so much for just sharing your knowledge with us. I know everyone is going to be like, oh my God, I need the replay. You'll get the replay and you'll get the blog recap over at lightscameralive.com. So thanks so much, Luria. Chat with you
Thank
later,
you.
girl.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.